Hey everyone, welcome back. At this point, it's pretty much inevitable that Mookie Betts is gone. Trade rumors have probably hit their peak. It seems at this point, it's not even a matter of if, it's a matter of when Mookie Betts gets traded. If he does end up getting traded, I will have to say, as a Red Sox fan, it has been a pleasure watching Mookie Betts for the last 5 years. This guy has easily been one of the best players I've ever seen. He'll be missed if he gets traded. But in my opinion, if Mookie Betts is not going to listen to any of the Red Sox offers, there was a report that he turned down a 10-year, $300 million deal, and he countered with a 12-year, $420 million deal. That's really far apart. If I were in Red Sox management, if I'm John Henry, Chaim Bloom, I'm looking at that offer and I'm saying, that's just way too far apart. I'm not mad at Mookie Betts for turning that down. I'm not mad at him being so far apart with the offers. He has earned free agency. He has tested himself every single year. He has every right to go test free agency. I just think as an organization at that point, you just can't pay a Mookie Betts that much. You just have to walk away and you have to move on. I don't think any player should be getting that kind of money unless you're Mike Trout. I mean, Mike Trout is a modern day Mickey Mantle. That guy, if anyone deserves that kind of money, it's him. As good as Mookie is, I don't think he's $400 million. I would say he's anywhere from $340 to $380 million. He's definitely better than Bryce Harper and Manny Machado, so he'll definitely get a better contract than them. But moving forward, I wanted to talk about some trades that I think would benefit both sides for the Red Sox and the Dodgers. So I'm going to give my top 3 trades that I would like to see. But before I get into these trades, I wanted to just include the fact that this whole offseason, I have stated that I think for the Red Sox to get the best value possible, I think they need to include David Price in a trade. As we all know, Mookie Betts only has 1 year left. He is still Mookie Betts. 1 year of Mookie Betts, that can automatically give you anywhere from 5 to 10 wins. So 1 year of Mookie Betts is nothing to be mad about. If he only ends up staying for 1 year, and if that gets you a championship, that's worth it. The Dodgers have been wanting to win a championship for so long now. They have been so close to a World Series championship. So I'm going to give my top 3 trades of what I think would be good for both sides. I'm going to start off with number 3 on my list. I see this trade as being the most unrealistic, but hear me out. For my first trade, I have the Dodgers getting Mookie Betts and David Price, and in return, I have the Red Sox simply just getting Dustin May. Like I said, 1 year of Mookie Betts is still 1 year of Mookie Betts. He's going to give you 5 to 10 wins, and if that ends up helping you win a World Series in the end, then I think that alone is worth it. But you're also getting a guy in David Price when he's healthy. He's one of the better pitchers in the game, so I think if the Red Sox were to send over David Price and a Mookie Betts to receive a Dustin May, I would want the Red Sox to at least eat some of David Price's contract. I don't think he's worth what he is getting on average. He is in no way worth that average. If they can eat some of that, I think that would lessen the blow a little bit. The Red Sox really need pitching. They need young pitching. They need someone young to grow with them and become a number 2 or number 1 of the future. And I know for Dodger fans, that's going to hurt a little bit, but if you end up getting a World Series out of it, and you're still going to get a couple more years of David Price, and if he's healthy, you could still be in the World Series picture for a couple more years. And you never know, Mookie Betts could really enjoy his time in LA. He could end up re-signing with the Dodgers in the offseason. Able to re-sign Mookie Betts long-term, and you still get a couple more years of David Price. And if all that cost you was Dustin May, who, yeah, he could end up being an ace one day, hey, you know what? It could be worth it. Number 2 on my list, I have the Dodgers getting Mookie Betts and David Price, with the Red Sox eating some of his salary. And in return, the Red Sox are getting Jock Peterson, Ross Stripling, and Tony Gonsolin. So I've already mentioned the benefits of getting a Mookie Betts and a David Price for the Dodgers. But as for the Red Sox, they're getting a younger outfielder in Jock Peterson who can hit for power. He can drive in some runs. He's not going to give you the WAR that Mookie Betts does, but he's a solid guy to have out in your outfield. And most importantly, he's going to help that Red Sox offense drive in some runs, especially with Mookie Betts gone. Along with that, you're getting a guy in Ross Stripling who would be awesome for that Red Sox bullpen. I've been saying this whole offseason, I love Ross Stripling. He would be great for that bullpen. But most importantly, he would be able to open games for the Red Sox. If they got rid of David Price, that's going to open up a slot in the rotation. And it's been out there that the Red Sox, if they don't have a 5-man rotation, that 5th spot, they can go for an opener and they can just have a bullpen game. Ross Stripling would be perfect for that role. He would be a great addition for the Red Sox, and he's cost controlled for the next couple of years. And then you're getting a guy in Tony Gonsolin. He's a young pitching prospect, but he did have a bit of a taste in the major leagues last year. He pitched in 11 games last year, had an ERA of 2.93. I think that would be a great young pitching prospect for the Red Sox to get. So this year, if they were to have a bit of an opener bullpen game for every 5th game, Tony Gonsolin, and hell, even Tony Gonsolin can go into that 5th spot. But if they feel like he's not ready, they could send him down to AAA, get a little more work, and then they can call him back up some point this year. He's definitely very close to being a full-time starter. I think this trade would be great for the Red Sox. And, of course, the Dodgers getting Mookie Betts and David Price isn't too bad as well. And now my most realistic trade on this list, I have the Dodgers getting Mookie Betts and David Price. And in return, the Red Sox are getting Jock Peterson, Jeter Downs, Josiah Gray, and Keibert Ruiz. Like I've already said with Mookie Betts and David Price, you already know the benefits of getting them, and you already know the benefits of getting a Jock Peterson. So these 3 prospects that the Red Sox would get, it's unknown if they're going to translate into anything major league worthy. Jeter Downs is a solid infield prospect, and last year between single and AA, he did have an average of 276. He hit 24 home runs and drove in 86 runs on the year. This could be a guy you stash away at double or AAA next year, and he could end up blossoming into a very good infielder for the Red Sox down the line. Josiah Gray was really solid last year in 130 innings. He had an ERA just a little north of 2. He would be a solid pitching prospect to stash away for the Red Sox, and they desperately need young pitching. And Keibert Ruiz, he's the Dodgers' top catching prospect. This would be a great guy for the Red Sox to get if they don't end up keeping Christian Vasquez long term. This could be a guy who really develops into something special. He hits very well. He is still working on some things catching wise. His throwing still needs to be improved. Last year between single and AA, he had an average of 261. He drove in 34 runs and he hit 6 home runs. So again, this is another solid catcher you can stash away just in case Christian Vasquez does end up leaving down the road. But the biggest thing out of all of these for the Red Sox is that they are able to gain payroll flexibility. If they can get under that line, they're obviously not going to lose millions and millions and millions of dollars. They will not lose any positioning in the draft. So getting under that line has a lot of benefits. A lot of Red Sox fans are saying, you have the money, spend the money. It's not about that. Do you want to just throw money away into a trash can? Like, if you make a lot of money, are you just going to throw money away? Why would you do that? No, as an organization, that's a silly move. Teams are winning without spending a lot. They're winning without going over that luxury tax limit. It's not necessary. Yes, for the Red Sox in 2018 it worked out, but did it work out last year in 2019? No. They need that payroll flexibility. There's no reason to be above that line. You know what? In the end, if I were to get one of these trades, I would be happy with either of them. And as much as I love Mookie Betts, if he's not going to play ball, that's fine. He doesn't have to play ball. He is one of the best players in baseball. He can do what he wants. I respect Mookie Betts for his decision. He has earned going to free agency. However, the Red Sox as an organization, they need to do what's best for themselves as well. And personally, I don't think giving that much money to one player is really viable. It's a team game. One player does not win you a World Series. Sure, can a player help you get to that goal? Absolutely. But in the end, it's a team game. You have 25 guys on that roster. 26 now, but that is what matters in the end. It's a team. It's not one player. Yes, I understand. Mookie Betts is phenomenal. He's a superstar. He's a modern day Mel Ott. But I'm not paying a guy $400 million. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Especially when you really look at the top contracts in baseball history, the top 20 contracts in history, only 3 of those players have won a World Series. 2 of them were pitchers, Max Scherzer and David Price, and 1 was a position player, and that was Alex Rodriguez. He won 1 World Series in 22 seasons. I'm just saying. Paying these guys all this money does not translate to World Series. I don't care how good they are, but at the end of the day, big contracts don't translate to World Series. But that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. Do you think one of these trades would be good for both sides? Do you absolutely hate these trades? Let me know. Bash me in the comments. Tell me how awful they are. Tell me how stupid I am. If you like today's video, leave me a thumbs up. If not, leave me a thumbs down. If you are looking for baseball insight, go ahead and click this ugly little picture of me so that way you can subscribe for more future content. I am still a smaller channel, so the more subscribers will help my content get out to baseball fans. As always, I hope you have a great day today, and I'll talk to you next time.